This is Mountain Dew Pitch Black. There's a contest going of whether Pitch Black or Baja Blast is which one's better. Baja Blast rocks. Plus, it's from Taco Bell. You rolling?
Yep.
Oh, great. Hello there. My name is Taylor. So this is like a review, like a little review show of the last episode of Game of Thrones, The Door.
Games of Thrones.
Did I say that wrong? I always say Games of Thrones, and my brother, don't mess me up. Game of Thrones, that's what it's called. But I do say Games of Thrones because I slur my words together. Yeah, we're really big fans. I mean, we've never read any of the books. We just love the TV show. It's like just as good as Breaking Bad, but like in medieval times with magic and dragons. Just an overall theme of this episode, it was sad. Like, from the beginning to the end, nothing really super duper happy happened. It was just like, pretty much, it was cool. Loved the episode. It was a very fantastic episode, but it just left you like, it was one of those sad episodes. Too many people were getting hurt. Starting off with Sansa Stark and Littlefinger. Sansa Stark is a baller now. She has learned the game of manipulation and just being tough. Because I kind of want to love Littlefinger. Like, you think he can be a great guy, but he's just a dirtbag. Can I say douchebag? Do you think that'd be bad to say douchebag?
D-bag.
Yeah, he's a D-bag. Don't really like him, but you wish he could be a good person. So, I mean, that whole interaction there, pretty intense. And then we go to, who do we go to? I got my little notes on my computer here. Well, I think it went to Theon and his sister, where they're like, where she's trying to be queen and he's like giving up his rightful heir to the throne. That seemed like it was going well until their uncle came into play. And he's another douchebag. This show is full of douchebags. But the thing I find interesting about this whole like interaction is I don't know how he became king, because after while he was getting inaugurated. So he's getting shoved in the water and becoming king. And Theon and his sister just run off and take all the ships. I don't know how she didn't become queen if she got the entire fleet of ships to run with her. I feel like she could have taken over the Iron Islands. I don't know. It's their writing. That was just one little thing that I was kind of confused in. I'm going to take another sip of my Mountain Dew real quick. So, moving on to Daenerys Targaryen, Khaleesi, and her knight friend. I don't know his name, so forgive me for that. There's so many characters here, it's so hard to remember who is who. Yeah, that was kind of sad that he had to go away and somehow cure his rock?
Are they called stone people?
Stone people. I always think of like Fantastic Four, the rock dude. But hopefully he comes back later in this season or maybe next season. Because he was cool. He was one of my favorite people. Just a good dude, except for when he tried to kill Khaleesi. One of my biggest things in Game of Thrones is I have no idea what Arya Stark is, how she even plays into the story. What is her point? What does she do? Like, we know we have Jon Stark has a job. Jon Stark? I mean, Jon Snow. Khaleesi has a job. Bran has a job. Even Sansa Stark has a point in this story. But she really doesn't do anything except she goes blind and deals with the dude with no name. Like, I don't know what her overall like plot is for the end of the book / series. Like, it eludes me. So if anyone knows, please leave a comment and tell me what it is. Sweet. Anyway, the saddest part of the entire episode, Hodor. The guy dies. I about cried. I really did. It's very sad. Never saw that coming. I mean, I don't know how I don't see these people dying, like, coming, because they kill off everyone you love in this show. The only person they've actually brought back that you like is Jon Snow, which we're all thankful for him, obviously. George Martin is a genius for coming up with Hodor's name in season 1, book 1, and then not bringing it forth all the way to book 6. And like the writers of Game of Thrones also doing the exact same thing, which is just amazing to me. As a writer, as like a filmmaker myself, like that type of writing, I would love to be able to do at some point in my life, to come up with this whole grand scheme of things where you don't learn about it till like years down the road. It just blows my mind. And at the same time is very sad because Hodor is one of the nicest people in Game of Thrones. Just truly golden hearted for carrying Bran around like that all the time. Here's what you want to think about. Has he known since he was like 13 when he had that seizure that did he know from then on that he was going to die for Bran Stark in like, I don't know, 30, 20 years or something? I don't know. You can tell me that. But never saw that coming. And if I was Bran, I'd feel like the worst person in the world that I just destroyed this entire person's life to save my own. Like they weren't just friends, and then the friend decided to give his life up for Bran. Like Bran is the one that destroyed his life when he was 13. It's a lot to carry. Pretty hard. Now we're gonna pay a little tribute to Hodor, and because we care about him and love him so dearly. Cue music. So touching. But that is all from me, Taylor Dean Lewis. Anyway, Game of Thrones fans, winter is coming, and I just squeaked. So you guys all have a good week. See you next week. I'm an idiot.